Welcome back, everybody, to Empyrion Galactic Survival Alpha 9.4.0, build 2281. I'm an old guy gaming, and we're going to keep working here on our capital ship, but I want to go over a couple of things here. First thing you'll notice is we actually have two cap ships, and the reason for that is because we did a live stream on Wednesday, and I had a couple of my faction mates help me with painting the interior, which we pretty much did a base painting of white in here because I wanted to be brighter inside. I didn't want to make it all blue in here because otherwise it would be really dark. So I built this bulkhead here. We did a lot of work, and I have all of those videos that I'm gonna post on YouTube if you want to watch them. They are live streams, and so I'm gonna release them in like 1 hour increments for you guys to watch if you want to see that part. But I'm gonna, of course, continue the Let's Play series, and so we're further along in the future with that. One of the things that we did too during that live stream that I did is I tried to make sure that there was no single block exposed on the ship, so that everything is double plated. This hull is double plated except for places where like we have the windows and things like that, and for the most part I think we have accomplished that on this ship. So this is a very sturdy ship in that regard. We pulled up all of the equipment that I had in the upper deck, and that's all kind of just sitting in a case right now. I got started with some crop plots, and my plan at this point is basically to have this whole bottom level quite a ways back, maybe not completely all the way back to here, but quite a ways back, crop plots. So this ship is going to be capable of producing, a pretty decent amount of crops for a capital ship. And so that's kind of the plan for that. And then what I'm going to do now is we're going to actually start building out the upper decks, the living quarters and so forth of the ship here. In this next couple of episodes that we're going to do. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. I have a general plan in mind for how this is going to come together, but it's going to be, as usual, making some things up as we go along. One of the things, however, that I am pretty short on right now is combat steel. So we might actually need to, take a sidestep, take a little break from the build, which we kind of need to do anyways. I've been doing a lot of building, and I know that. And I know some of you guys like building, some of you would prefer the other stuff. It's not that I don't know that or am not aware of that, but I mean, this ship, we got to get done with the ship, okay? And it's not going to get done unless I do it. So, if you are a person that doesn't like to watch building, I apologize. It is what it is, and we're going to keep working on it until we get it done. And then, once it is done, then we'll have it to go out and explore and have some fun with. So anyway, enough of that. So that's the plan for this episode. Now, you might be wondering, well, how can you have two of these? Well, what happened was we've kind of got a weird deal going on here. Let me take a look at the factions. Where we're having trouble. Stock Gaming, who's a good friend of mine, also a fellow YouTuber. Make sure you guys check him out too, by the way, if you haven't already. He's very awesome. But anyway, he's the owner of our faction, and for some reason, he's not able to promote me. The game, just something weird about this, and I don't even fully understand the details. And so what I did was I changed this ship to faction in order to, let the other folks help me on Wednesday. But once I did that, now I don't have the ability to, change it back to private or rename it. I mean, I can type something in, but it doesn't take. Because I'm not, I'm not the leader of the faction. Oh wait, did that take? It didn't on the stream. I couldn't get it to work on the stream. It did. That's weird. It wouldn't let me name it on the stream. Because what I wanted to do is I wanted to give it a new version number, and resave it at that point. Very weird. Okay, but you know what? Even so. I want the ship for now anyway, well, actually for always, to be my ship, to be my personal ship, not a faction-owned ship. And so what I ended up doing is I just admin spawned this back in. Now I'm sure there's an admin command that I can use to to give that ship back to me, but it was just easier at the time, to just spawn in this one back, so it's my private ship again. So and we were still doing the live stream, so I didn't want to take the time to figure that out. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually work from this ship here moving forward, because it's an exact copy in every way of the other ship. So we're going to delete the other ship, and then this one we'll put a little bit of fuel in it and drive it back over and park it alongside the dock. Yeah, I don't know. It was really weird because I tried it multiple times. If you guys end up watching that stream, I couldn't name it. It wouldn't let me name it for some really weird reason. Who knows? But we've had a lot of issues on the server because we've kind of kept the same seed over several versions now. And our plan's going to be, just as an FYI, our plan's going to be sometime in early March. We're gonna basically wipe the world and start with a fresh seed, and hopefully in doing that, some of the weird problems that we've been having will go away. So that is the plan in the next coming week or two. I have to be gone again, you guys, just so you know. I have to be gone for another week. So the last week here in February, I got to go on another business trip, and I'll be gone for a week, and so. I'll get a couple of these videos pre-recorded for you guys and try and, get 2 or 3 out during that time period, Empyrion videos. But we're not really going to make any changes on this server until I get back from that trip next week. It's Sunday today. I'm leaving tomorrow on Monday. So anyway, so that's kind of what's going on with that. So let's see here. I want to go back to this ship, and if I don't know if I have any fuel on it. If I do, I want to pull that out. And do we need to change the transparency on those? We do. Okay, but we'll have to do it on that ship because this one's going bye-bye. All right, let's see. Do we have any fuel? No, it's empty. It doesn't have everything that it needs. We're going to have to pop a couple RCSs on that ship to move it over here too, otherwise I won't be able to turn the damn thing. Alright guys, so yeah, I'm going to delete this one, and then we'll get in the other one and we'll pull it back over here. Oh, also, I did spawn in my Cylon Red Raider, and I'm going to keep this in, because I built this legit in survival mode back in Alpha 7, I think it was. And it's a very, very expensive ship. And so there's no way I'm going to once again gather up all the resources to make this thing. It takes like 13 or 14 hours to make in the factory if you make it all from raw resources. So if you've never seen this before, this is my my Cylon Red Raider. It's inspired by the Cylon Raider, of course, in Battlestar Galactica. And it's to date my most elaborate build of a small vessel anyways, and actually, except for the capital vessel, probably my most elaborate build period. And it does have a little bit of the same kind of problem though here with the cockpit, that so getting in the cockpit, you can get stuck in here, but then it kind of poops you out the bottom a little bit and you can get out, but it doesn't do it all the time, so I don't know. But anyway, if you've never seen this, yeah, this is my Cylon Raider. It can sit up to 6 passengers, and it goes all the way. It's kind of hard to move around in here in the zero grav, but anyway, you can go down there and go back in the ship, and there's like storage and an engineering section, and it's a really cool ship, and I really love it. We've got plenty of storage space. Very capable in combat. Spent a lot of time, well, I should say in PvE combat. I haven't really, tried it in PvP, but in PvE combat, it's a very capable ship and can smash pretty much any POI you want to throw at it, and it's a really cool ship. And this middle bay on the capital ship was designed specifically to fit this ship, and that's why, that's what this whole compartment's for. This is to house the Cylon Raider. So anyway, if you've never seen that, there it is. And we are going to keep this with us and actually, use it at some point for sure. Okay, so let me get this ship deleted and get the other one moved over here. And once I get it positioned and in place, then what we'll do is we will get started with setting up the interior. All right, guys, so I will be back here in just a little bit. Don't go away. All right, guys, we're back. I just thought I'd actually show you, if you have never seen me fly this ship yet. Let me get the camera adjusted, just to kind of give you an idea of how maneuverable it actually is. Now, remember, this is a capital vessel, and it does really well. Very pleased with the balance it has in terms of its handling. It handles amazingly well. It's got good acceleration. I mean, I love the sound of those engines. That's so awesome. Okay, so anyway, let's get this sucker in place. We're going to back it up and go out that way a little bit. We'll level her out and bring it up. Whoops, bring it up a little bit. Scooch her a little closer to the station. And I think that's pretty good. Okay. Looking good. She's looking good. I've got a lot more work that I want to do with the lighting too, but if you haven't seen those yet, when we turn the lights on, turn that off, she's got a really cool, kind of black light look to her, with just the arrangement of the lights and the colors and that sort of thing, and then the thrusters, with their kind of, I don't know, almost pinkish orange look trim there. Accentuates that quite a bit, so I think it looks really cool. So we're gonna take and add more lighting, to the back, so we kind of get that glow, all the way back as well. And we added, some of the lights in the back here in a previous episode, so we kind of have the same idea going on in the back too. But my plan is, like I said, is to set up the lights so the whole ship, in the dark, has that black light, type of glow to it. I think it's going to look really cool. Very pleased with how, that's all turning out. Here's a top-down look at it. I thought about, maybe introducing some more orange too, because that orange I think looks really good, with the black and the blue, the two-tone blue. So, I don't want to overdo it though either, of course. I'm definitely somewhat of a minimalist, I think, when it comes to stuff like that, less is more, that sort of thing. But I really do like, the orange. And it fits very well with the black and blue. And it might be that, we just use the orange from the thrusters as that just little tiny bit of color and call it good. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments on that, by the way, because it's all subjective, right? It's all artsy fartsy stuff. Oh yeah, we also did the underneath side of the rear end here too on the stream, and I think that came together pretty well with the textures and so forth. So here's, it does glow blue. I wonder, what we could try, you guys, now that I think about it. Now I'm thinking about this. What if let's try an experiment here. This just now came to me. Let's take this and let's try an orange color. Ooh. That kind of looks cool. It's a little more orangish than this, but But we could probably play with the color doohickey. This is going to be a little more yellow, which wouldn't look bad either. I mean, black and yellow and blue go well together too, but we already kind of have the orange thing going on here. So I think we want to keep this orange. Now, can we actually do a color copy? If we put the crosshair right there and do a configure. Alright, did that change anything? If it did, it was so minimal that it's not really noticeable. The other thing too is this is kind of gradient too. It's kind of, you know, reddish, red to orange kind of gradient. Can we do gradients? I don't think we can. Configure. Current. Preset. Hide info. Yeah. Alright, you know what? That doesn't look bad though. That doesn't look bad. I don't think we can get it to do a gradient though, anyway, from what I'm seeing here. So I mean, you know, I could mess with it a little bit, but it might be fine just the way it is. The other option is reverse it. Put the cylinder thingies back to the blue and put the orange on the outside. Let's just try that and see what it looks like. You know, we're not really getting the full effect though until we get the lighting, the other lighting. Because see how the lighting's kind of lighting this part up a little more? So maybe I shouldn't mess with that too much until we get that in place. But you know what? There's no harm in trying it because we can always set it back. So let's make this orange. I don't know, this might be too much. And we'll set this back to, I think that was the blue that we had. Nah, I don't think so. I think I liked it the other way better. Yeah, I think that's... These were this blue. Yeah. Because, you know, and the thing is like I said, when I get the rest of the lights on, this is it's gonna look different than it does now. So we really shouldn't be... I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna make these orange, so let's do that now. But we shouldn't be too terribly concerned about this until, you know, we get the rest of the lighting in place so we can really see what it's going to look like. But I'm liking that though. I am. I'm feeling that, man. I'm picking up what I'm putting down. That's looking good. So this has got kind of that little solar panel look to it, and when we get lighting in place, do we have that going on back here too? Yeah. See how it kind of the light shines off that? That looks really neat. I like it. So, yeah. So for the exterior, we got to do lights, but except for lights, and then, you know, we're going to put some decals and that sort of thing on here too. Put the ship identification number, which will be OG 1967 or something like that. So we have lighting and decal work to do on the outside, and then I think we're finished with the outside. But let's go ahead and let's get this thing out of the way. Except for I don't have any fuel on me. I think I put it all in here. Oh, you know what? I think we do have some blocks in here that are still a single block exposed to the outside. Maybe? We'll have to check that. We might end up filling this in another layer so that we don't have that. Looks like possibly on the top here too. I don't know though. I don't know if I'm super worried about that because this is the upper deck and it's completely... I mean, I'm gonna have to put in doorways to seal this off, because my idea is to have sealed off compartments in the ship too, so that way if one of them does happen to get breached, we don't lose pressure in the whole entire ship, of course. So anyway, lots to do yet. Lots to do. Man, I'll tell you what, if you guys have ever built a capital ship of this magnitude, and when I say magnitude, I don't necessarily mean the physical size of it, but I mean just everything that goes into doing this and doing it right, it is a lot of work. I've been working on this sucker since Alpha 7. I don't even know how many actual real-time hours I have into it, and we're still not done. We've got a lot more to do. But it's fun. We enjoy it, and that's part of this game. Building is a huge part of Empyrion. Let's do the, where's the, change the, yeah. Change the tint on the window dealio. There we go. Alright, so, I guess the next thing we need to do, ladies and gentlemen, is we need blocks. And we might actually have to go mining. Or at least run back down to the planet and see. Let's turn the power off on this too, so we're not burning up all that fuel. I'm actually sort of kind of low on fuel too. So we might have to actually go do some mining and get some fuel and get some fuel and some, what am I saying? Blocks. So that means sathium and iron. I just want to see if I can get a feel for what I currently have. Alright, well I actually have 2.5 stacks of sath there. And about a stack of iron in that one. And just a little bit of iron in that. We made a bunch of oxygen. And this is kind of just our main storage here. Yeah, we certainly don't have an abundance of that stuff by any stretch of the imagination. So you know what? We're going to have to do some mining, you guys. We are going to have to do some mining. What do we have in here? Oh, we got copper in there. Okay, let's pull that out of there. And we'll just put we'll put it in the red. The red's kind of our main constructor. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to take these 2 stacks of sath out of here. And we'll leave that in there for other things. I'm going to take the 1 stack of iron out. I'll leave that in there. Let's grab this O2. There's not enough iron in there to shake a stick. Well, no, actually, that's where we're putting it all in, because we're going to make the blocks in this yellow constructor. Yeah, we gotta do some mining. But what we'll do actually first is we'll go down to the planet and see what I have in my base, because I know I have resources down there too. I just don't remember how many. And we're also, you know, we need food too. I have these emergency rations, but I don't have food, so we might need to go, you know, do some hunting, get some food, do some mining before we can come back and resume our build here. But while we're out and about doing that, let's get as many, let's see, combat steel. Make sure I'm using the right size. Capital ship. I want to get at least 500 more of those going. I probably won't need that many, but you never know. I mean, there's a lot of blocks in that ship. That sucker's going to be expensive too. Alright, let's get our O2 topped off here. And then I'm going to refill the oxy tank. One of you guys asked me one time in the comments how come I don't turn the jetpack off in here, and the reason for it is because I can move a lot faster. If I'm just walking, then I can only move this fast, right? Plus I have heavy armor on, but if I have my jetpack on, I can move a lot quicker. So that's why I do that. To answer that question, I actually responded in the comments too. Okay, let's put we pulled these off the ship, so we're just going to store them in here for now. Let's put the fusion cells in there, the lights. that stuff can go in there. We'll even put that in there for now. I don't need to take any beer with us. Rocket launcher homing missile. Let's put that here. In here for now. Okay. So yeah, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to jump in the Jade Jet. Oh, there's another... We had another bug issue that I want to tell you about, too. Just so you know what's going on here. That's more stuff. My warp shuttle and my miner that I had on that warp shuttle and all of the fuel and whatever I had in there disappeared. So when I logged in back to the game, that wasn't there. If you guys remember, I had that parked right here, the warp shuttle and the miner, and it's gone. I don't know why, it just disappeared. And it has not come back. So I am going to admin spawn that back in. I'm going to admin spawn my deluxe miner back in, and we're going to use those things and the Jade Jet to go mining, because I'm not ready to take the big ship out quite yet, and I can't take the Raider out because the Raider doesn't have any way to dock. You know, a small vessel and a miner. So we're going to spawn those back in and get them re-equipped as best as I can remember. You know, what they had on them. I really don't remember what they had on them, so I'm just going to kind of, you know, give them a basic set of supplies, fuel, oxygen, that sort of thing. And then we're going to take those out and we're going to do some mining, okay? So let's jump in Mr. Jade Jet. At least the Jade Jet, it hasn't disappeared. I still have it. We'll check. Do a pre-flight check here. We got fuel, we got oxygen. I should have... Yeah, I've got more fuel in here too. So let's take a little bit of that out of there. And we have a good supply of pentaxid for warp fuel. Let's fill this sucker up. Alright, and we're going to head on down to Ye Old Planet. Cauldron to our base and see if what we have down there, and then we're going to need iron and we're going to need sathium to replenish what we just ate up. Let's just go ahead and go down here and we'll take a look and see where our stuff is, how far away it is. I need to put that back on. Oh, 4.6 kilometers. That's not too far away. Alright guys, I'll bring you back when I get to the base, okay? So be right back. Okay, here we are. I've got a nice, lovely pea soup storm going on here on the planet. Cauldron. Let's bring her on in here. There we go. I've got to remember to replace that windshield too. All right, let's take a look and see what we have for supplies down here. Don't have a bunch in that one. Certainly don't have an abundance of iron or sap in that one. Nor do we in that one. Oh, that we should take back up for the capital ship. We have a stack, well, 100 of pentaxid and 100 promo there, which isn't a ton either. Alright, yeah, we definitely have to go do some mining. What's in here? Just remnants in there. Okay. How does our armor look? It's in good shape. Okay, so the name of the game is Hunt, Mine, Hunt and Mine. Sathium and iron are what we need. Put that stuff... Oh, okay. That's a full stack there. But we are out of time in this episode, so we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. And I'll bring you back in the next episode for some mining and some hunting. Okay, so guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Come and hang out with us on Discord. Come and hang out with me on a live stream. I do live stream several times a week on Twitch, including Empyrion, typically on Wednesday nights. We do our multiplayer Empyrion on Wednesday nights. I will be gone, like I said, all next week on a business trip. That's the last week here in February. But when I come back, we will get back into the swing of things. And very shortly after that, we will actually start a new seed, okay? And hopefully eliminate some of the weirdness that's been happening with this one. Guys, have a great rest of your day. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye.